Well, on there, folks. This is your host, ID Jester. We are back in Marvel Heroes, and we got a very special episode for you guys today. If we look at our heroes, you will notice that every single one of our heroes is up to level 60, except for Psylocke and Squirrel Girl. So, I'm not sure I'm going to be doing Squirrel Girl. I'm not really enthused about that one at all. There is 6 heroes that we do not currently own. We do have some Eternity Splitters. We have 876 of them. So we'll be probably buying another hero at the end of this episode. There is a 600, a 600, a 600, and 3 400s. Probably buying one of the 400s. So we've actually got every single hero up to level 60, and excited except for Squirrel Girl, but I'm not really counting her. Not very enthused about her, so I'm just going to play without her. I probably will do her on my own and just not record it and just get her up to level 60 if I'm bored and don't have anything to do, I guess. But Psylocke, that's what we're looking at right now. If you watched our Jean Grey episode, you know that I'm pretty excited about this character. She is, oh my god, she is like my favorite hero in this at all. And you want to know why? It's because of this. Holy crap, she moves like there's nobody's business. And not only that, it's not that she just moves, it's that all of her powers use this movement as kind of a backdrop to what she does. And I'll go to show you here in just a second when I'm done fighting these guys. But you can see she's almost level 60 as well. Alright, so like all the heroes, we have this leap, but in her case, it is a special shadow dash. And then what's important about it is it's a melee, it's a movement, and it's also stealth. So when she does this, you can see left behind is like a little shadow of herself. And you can see, if I can do this, I can have 3 or 4 shadows just sitting here ready to go. And these shadows will actually come into play and help us fight. If we look at her powers, oh my god, I just love her so bad. She's just so incredibly good. And you just wait until you see the gameplay, folks. You might have to slow the gameplay down because it is fast and furious with her. When she first came out and there was players that were coming by and I could see some of the powers she was doing, I thought, oh, she looks like a character I might even want to get. And I am so happy I got her. She is right up my alley. Now, she might not be up for everybody's alley, but she's up my alley. Anyways, let's take a look at what she's got here. Item-wise, we gave her the special, oh my gosh, look at that, movement power ring and a melee power ring, because everything she does is movement and melee. Alright, maybe not everything, but most everything is movement and melee. Okay, that one's not, but everything else is. That one, you know, most everything else is. She's got a toggle on, toggle off power, which is just one, which is brilliant. Why do you need to have 12 different ones if you're only going to be able to turn one on? Right, so let's just have one good power that you can turn on, or maybe 2. In this case, we have the Deadly Assassin. You toggle it on, you get this passive benefit, and now the important thing is she does her psychic combat all does mental damage, and her telepathy powers all do mental damage, as you can see. The difference is her ninja powers all do physical damage unless you turn this power on, in which case her powers will now do mental damage instead of physical. So if you want to have a character that does both physical and mental, you would not turn this on. And if you want to have a character that is all mental damage, then you would turn this on. So I turn this on, so I do everything in mental damage, and I don't have to worry about trying to get some combos where some things are doing mental damage and some things are doing physical damage. So you can see this is a really cool power. It actually is important, and it actually comes into play. So that's the first thing we'll talk about, is the Deadly Assassin, and being able to change the kind of damage you do to match how you want it to play. Very interesting way to do things. I love the fact that they added that. Just, you know, it makes her different and unique. I don't remember seeing, there might be other heroes out there that do that, but I don't remember them right off the top of my head. So, so she's got this side knife bolt power, basic melee. She comes up and she stabs him in the face with her psychic energy. Okay, we hardly ever use that because her other powers are so damn good. She's got the shadow dash, which we just looked at, which is basically going from place to place, and you're leaving things behind. Unfortunately, you can only leave how many of them behind? I think up to 3. I think there's up to 3 you can leave behind, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and the other thing that happens with this is it also turns you stealthy if you don't hit anybody when you shadow dash. So you will see, if I shadow dash, I'm now invisible. If there happens to be an enemy in the way, I don't turn invisible. So another cool thing to add to their power. So you can see we've got some little summon creatures with us there. So what do these summon creatures do? Well, let's look at them here. They're called Scion projections. Basically, they're going to mirror some of our powers, and the powers they mirror are Shadow Dash. Hey, we use that all the time, which is great. They also mirror the Katana Typhoon, the Assassinate, and the Falling Lotus Strike, which are these powers here. So the Falling Lotus Strike is this power. She kind of does this spin and everything. Now, what you do is you teleport a few times till you have your shadows, and then you activate your strike. They all go to the same location, and they all do the same little attack. So you're going to teleport around, you're going to find some enemies, and you're going to then have all your little summon creatures end up landing in the same location, right? Works great, and you're like, wow, that's really cool. Now, let's add to that. Now that we've moved up the chain and we're now high enough level, we have the Katana Typhoon. Well, the Katana Typhoon, what it does is basically it just use your sword all the way around you. So what we do is we teleport. We get lots of our shadows out there, right? And then we use our little things so they're all in the same location, and then they all use the Typhoon and just rip things apart with that. So it gets our shadows. Let's see if we can find us a group of enemies, and you are going to just watch this. And here's and we're just teleporting, and now we're going in and we're striking with our Katana strike, and then we're going to use our swirly, and sometimes you'll see the swirls there, and back and forth. We got our, there we go, got another group coming in. It's hard to see with these little BC guys. Pick up the eternity splinter. What the hell? Why can't you pick it up? Okay. So let's go kill these guys over here. Oh, not only that, but and then we'll do the little spin. There we go. So the thing that kind of makes all of her powers go is the fact that she does this little dash, but it's basically a teleport, because you can see I can go around the corner of buildings with this. Oops. See that? I can like teleport them through the corner of buildings. fact, if we go all the... Oh, there we are, level 60.
Was there ever any doubt?
You can see how fast I can get around the battle map here, or the battle map. What I'm looking for is a little... There we go. You see... you see I can actually go between the walls, fight out here. I can then go back inside the wall there. Oh, it's just so incredibly fast, fluid. It's almost like you're fighting a, you know, in a martial arts movie and stuff. It's just so incredibly good. You see I can go out the back side of this building without being stopped by the walls. Alright, so really cool combo. So, we haven't even talked about her signature power yet. Her signature power is basically these butterflies that kind of come out and they just randomly find enemies and they attack them. And they're kind of like little flying time bombs. They just find enemies and they find them. And then we also have this Psycho Blast, which is basically just a psychic thing. It has a cooldown. Our cooldown on our butterflies are 25 seconds, which is pretty respectable. Jean Grey had a 20-second cooldown with her signature power, but some of the other heroes are 30, 45, and even up to a minute. So 25 is actually pretty good. And again, we have that little shoot the psychic out. But we've been talking about, you know, creating our little silhouettes of us and then using our different powers. Well, the other power we can use is called Assassinate, and we're going to assassinate this guy. Oh, you didn't even see him die. It was that overpowered. Oh my god. Let's see if we can find this a little bit tougher guy that you can actually see. But basically the Assassinate does this. It has everybody go to a location and it dashes to an enemy, and you drive your blade in their back, quickly dispatching them. And you can see it does 45 to 74,000 dollars. 49 to 74,000 damage. Plus 1% damage per 1% of the target's missing health. It also gives you 100% damage while being stealth or invisible. So again, if I can become invisible by teleporting without, you know, hitting an enemy, I could then assassinate just like that. That guy just got assassinated. And just like a true assassin, I hit him and he didn't even know what happened. And yeah, that's how good that power is. That guy just got assassinated too. You might have to go back and rewind it and watch that in like super slow motion, because that's how quick things happen with Psylocke. She is so incredibly fun to play. I can't tell you. And we haven't even looked at her ultimate power, which is the Psychic Maelstrom. Basically a big aura around her, does 36,000 damage twice per second, slows enemies and by 50% on their attack, and it gives you a 25% psychic barrier per second, a damage rating that goes through the roof, and it lasts for 20 seconds. So next time the bosses come out, we're going to get to show you that. You can see we just assassinated that guy too. So you can see that when I can get these guys separated a little bit and then I activate our little power, you can see how like one area of the map or one area of the street, you see another area and another area, kind of like straight down the street here. Let's see if I can do it. You see them all kind of just... Unfortunately, that does have like a 2-second cooldown, but you know, whatever. This doesn't have a cooldown, the Lotus Strike, which is the kind of do the little spin in the air, doesn't have a cooldown. So we can get lots of guys created by teleporting, and then use our Falling Lotus Strike as much as we want, and then use our Katana Typhoon in the locations that we need to kill all the enemies. Oh, we got some bosses. Let's go see if we can activate our powers here on them, and watch them die. So here's our signature power. You might need to put this on like the third speed so you can see what's going on. But that's how fast things go. So I'm sure there's some players out there that are like, wow, this is just way too much for me. But for me, this is just, it's perfect. Not only that, we have killed all the bosses. They didn't even stand a chance. There are certain heroes that, oh, looks like somebody else activated their power. Sometimes it's so fast for me, I can't click on the Eternity Splitters and stop them trying to pick up just because. Let's see, the just orange, wow, I tell you, the pink stripes, the pink lines on the screen, that's me. That's all you need to know, I guess, is watch the pink lines and see if you can follow them. You can go right over these, over here, activate, now assassinate. You see all those little typhoon, katana typhoons? That was just awesome. There's a couple of them there. Sometimes I like to leave them spread out on the map. That way, if there's other enemies around, I mean, we can literally take out just about anybody with this combo. Any elites in one shot, for sure. We don't even, you know, hardly ever activate our butterfly just because we're so busy pushing the buttons for these other powers. But activated it there just so you could kind of see if you could see the butterflies again. It's kind of some extra damage. And we're going to come in here. And... oh, he threw his chain up. Wow, I never had that happen. Assassinate. Come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, you missed him. Let's try to get these bubbles. I don't know why. We're already level 60. Over here, grab these bubbles over here. And, oh no, I can't even kill him. The reason I can't kill him is one of the things I didn't talk about is this katana power actually does 28,000 to 43,000, but it also does 9,000 twice per second for 6 seconds. So it makes them bleed out, basically. All I have to do is hit them. I could just basically leave the area at that point. And they would end up dying just because they're going to be losing all their blood. So they're going to... there we go. There was an assassinate. Perfect one on that big fella there. Sometimes when I teleport, I actually go in the buildings that I don't mean to. Can we assassinate? Oh, there, we got him. Oh, yeah, he's dead. It's just, it's incredibly fast. Watch, we're going to take this guy out like it's nobody's business. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. And there, you know, there was no signature power or nothing. That was just our normal, everyday powers. Now we're going to get over here to fight these bosses. We're going to take these guys out like there's nobody's business. We're going to throw a little thing in their face there. Assassinate. Ah, missed it. You see all the little whirly swirls? That's our guys that are... I am just kicking her butt like there's nobody's business. Oh, did you see that? Oh, that was awesome. Came off the wall and everything. Blasted her in the face. It's kind of interesting. She actually has a little comment for Lady Deathstrike there when they come to fight in the industrial zone. She says, "Oh, I've heard great things about you. Now let's see if you can live up to the hype," or something like that. Something very similar to that. And then they have a little battle between her and Lady Deathstrike, and basically I kick her butt. every time.
Psychic katana, huh? Oh, you'll have to teach me that one.
And you know, this actually that is like
Mind
the
the
perfect
crash.
zone for Psylocke is the new industrial zone where they have more enemies in different
Try webbing your
locations
mouth
as
shut,
opposed to
Chatterbox.
the Midtown Patrol, and you can just sit there the whole time and just earn XP like crazy, just fighting everybody. And you can see that we're not fighting any enemies right now, but you can kind of see how our this is kind of what we do against the enemies. And then occasionally we throw out a butterfly or two, throw out a psychic blast, and assassinate once in a while. Normally we don't run out of spirit. The reason we're running out of spirit now is because we have several things that are giving us spirit when we hit enemies. Somewhere, I believe, we have something that's giving us... somewhere. Anyways, as far as items go, what you see is what we got. That's it. We've got no extras of her items whatsoever. In fact, we got one for any hero and the one slot there. But we're basically looking for the summoned allied duration and damage and health, because these guys are considered summons. You can see up there at the top, stealth and summoned. So anything with the summon keyword is going to get the bonuses. So if we look at our summon damage is up 52%, and our health is up 57%, but more importantly our duration's up because of this here. So normally they only stay out for a few seconds. Let's see if we can find that. 8 seconds here, so we get them for about 9 seconds, I would think. All in all. Assassinate. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Throw out a thing there every once in a while. And we're good to go, man. She's a beast. She is... I hate to say it, but she almost breaks the system. The system is basically... you earn experience points by obviously running around and killing enemies. Well, the faster you can run around and kill enemies, the faster you're going to, get experience points. So the characters that are really slow getting around, they're not earning as much experience points as the characters that move around really fast. As you can see, I can get from one side to the other. I'm trying to find out what's my Omega point. From one side of the map to the other in like 5 seconds, are going to be able to find the enemies and kill them before other people are. So like if I'd have killed all those enemies, Spider-Man here coming around the corner wouldn't be able to get all those XPs because they would all be dead, right? So the characters that actually get around the map and find the enemies first and fight them and kill them quickly before other characters are there to... they can basically steal the XPs from the enemies. So I just killed that guy. So if there's another character, Hulk or somebody come running down the street here, he doesn't have a chance to kill that guy. And the reason I have a chance to do that is because I'm out here and I'm faster than everybody else, and I can use my fastness to basically get to the enemies before anybody else can get there. I've been to many fights where the bosses are, and I've basically had some of the bosses killed before some of the other people even arrive there. And so you think, okay, so you get a little bit more XP, but it's actually more than that. I mean, we were running through all these chests this week in the holiday, the X event. See these guys right here? This guy just showed up. He's not going to get any XP, whoever that was. It just ran by me. Where'd he go? Not sure where he is. Not sure who that was. You can rewind the video, but Um, assassinate. Yep, dead. Boom, that was perfect. So really only like 3 buttons you need to, you gotta have like, figured, oh, I didn't even know there's bosses out here. That's all, I'm not even paying attention, but we will freaking kick this guy's butt like there's nobody's business. Throw some things in, breathe some fire on him, and then basically assassinate. There we go. Got him. I like to leave the assassinate for the big boys, so I don't use it as much as I use the other ones. But basically, you know, you only need like 3 keys. You got your dash forward, you got your katana, and you got your lotus strike. And between those 3, you can pretty much not have to worry about anything else. And occasionally, like I said, I'll throw in a couple of the other powers here and there. But you can see I'm like literally killing all these guys quickly. Other characters, we just had Rogue show up. Where'd she go? Here she is, right here. She showed up. Oh, sorry, killed all your guys for you. So unfortunately, wow, I just hate to say it, but the game is kind of about, you know, if you want to get XP for your character, you got to kill monsters, you got to kill enemies, and that's kind of why the industrial zone is so different than this. Is there's packs and packs and packs of enemies all over the place because they don't want people to do what basically Psylocke is doing in Midtown Patrol, where they just basically, she can run around killing everything and nobody has a chance to get over there and get the XP. So as opposed to having big packs like here, where you have 50 or 20 to 30 guys you're fighting, in Industrial Zone there's like 3 guys here, there's 3 guys in this corner, and there's 3 guys on this corner, and there's 5 guys here, and there's 4 guys here, and there's 3 guys here, and there's 4 guys here. So I mean, they're like literally all over the place because they don't want people to feel like, oh, I'm not finding anybody because, I can't get around the map and find enemies to fight. I'm not gaining any experience points. I'm sure that is part of the issue that was going on with everything. And you can see that I can just come over here. I'm basically stealing this special area. So I'm taking all these XPs that somebody else could be earning, and I'm converting them to my own. So there you go. So that's a look at Psylocke. She is a beast. She's awesome. She's quick. She's faster. I can't think of a faster character than her, which is awesome. She teleports with her little dash power. See, right through that building, which makes her even twice as deadly. So I can get anywhere in the map from anywhere else in about 4 seconds, maybe 5 seconds. Unfortunately, I don't have any items for her. Literally don't have any items. I did give her this unique ring, obviously for the movement power and the melee powers, because she's all about movement and melee. And trust me, folks, you will see much more of her, even though she's level 60. So thanks for watching, folks. We will see you guys next time here at Marvel Heroes. Hope you enjoyed it.